Congratulations to all of you. Good afternoon, and welcome to Wissahickon Charter Awbury's graduation for the class of 2026. I'm Christy Littell, CEO at Wissahickon Charter School. I'm a big believer in showing gratitude, so before I go any further, there are some people I want to recognize for their work. These people have really gone above and beyond to make 8th grade and also graduation and all of the events possible. All of these people have really helped to organize all of the details, from the programs to the trip to everything, the t-shirts, the yearbook. So I'd especially like to thank Ms. Polite, Ms. Katie, Ms. Fuentes, Ms. Coleman, Ms. Ty, Ms. Kaylin, Ms. Ebony, Ms. Z, Ms. Davis, Ms. Ashley, Ms. Velez, Mr. Isaiah, and Mr. Saint, as well as all of the adults who will be giving speeches today. Thank you so much. I also want to say a huge thank you to all of you, our families. When you all, for many of you, you signed up to send your child here when we were in our infancy at the Awbury campus, and I know that's a huge leap of faith, and you trusted us with educating your children, and we appreciate it. We are in a better place because we had this time with them. So thank you for all these years of partnership together. Yeah, we can clap for you. But the most important thank you, of course, goes to our graduates. Thank you for sharing yourselves with us. You guys have shown up with so many different traits that have been amazing for us to experience. Your curiosity, your grace, your humor, smarts, ambition, your trust, and your time. Just like you all are changed because you had the time at Wissahickon, Wissahickon has changed because you were there. And I hope one thing you will always remember is that you're a Wissahickon Fox. Like, we've loved you. And I hope you've loved Wissahickon too. And in the future, if you find that you need some support, or you need a suggestion, or you just need an ear, Wissahickon is still there for you. Okay? Even if some of the people who are there change, just don't forget that we will always feel like we're part of your history and that you belong to us in a way. So please circle back as you need us. We're proud of you. I love graduation at Wissahickon. Every graduate today will have someone speak about them, like with a special story just about them. Some of you have been to our graduations before and know about this kind of special tradition that we have. We have been doing this for over 20 years. And I really love it, and I want you to hear in these stories that we've really seen your children as whole people, and they bring such a wide range of different personalities and skills and traits, and I just want you to know that we have seen them and that we love them, and I hope you hear that in the stories today. The team also worked hard to make sure that our program today will feature a lot of voices of our actual graduates. So without further ado, I want to welcome up I. Robinson to share a poem. Come right over to the microphone.
8th grade graduation marks the end of an era. Our high school years now draw much nearer. As 8th graders, we ruled our school. In high school, we'll be little fish in a much bigger pool. But try not to worry, because we'll adjust, and the older kids probably won't bother us that much. Just remember, each year that we move up the ladder, what happened the year before will hardly even matter. So celebrate our achievement on this special day, and remember, bigger milestones are still on the way. I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Salamali Sharif Truda.
Hi, this is my speech. Here it is, the day we've all waited for. Although now, This moment feels more surreal than ever. As this day has become a reality, I realized how far we have come as a class. I'm no longer the shy kid with 2 friends and no one for a social life in school, but have become someone with many friends who make me excited for the next day and sad that this school year has come to an end. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. This is a quote from The Little Prince. This is one of my favorite quotes because every single one of us has passed judgments on someone and made them feel insecure or anything other than important. But when we overcome those judgments and accept each other for our flaws, we are an incredible class that has been one of the most fun to be part of, which I and every one of us will miss deeply as we leave middle school and become freshmen. So goodbye to Miss Coleman's history jokes, goodbye to Miss Carey's political lectures, goodbye to Mr. Saint's overwhelming work ethic, goodbye to Miss Katie's fun welcomes as we enter class, and goodbye class of 2026. Thank you.
We will now have Urel Anderson with our salutatorian address.
Good afternoon, faculty, fellow classmates, and parents. I am honored to be standing here as salutatorian. But first, I would like to thank the faculty and staff for their support through this journey. I would also like to thank the parents for their continuing love and support. It almost feels like yesterday when I first started 5th grade, trying to make new friends and seeing where I fit in best. Since then, I believe we have all learned a lot from our teachers, friendships, experiences, and challenges. Through the time we have spent together, we have made memories we won't forget, friendships we'll always value, and lessons we'll take into high school to face new challenges and opportunities that come our way. I hope our futures are full of optimism and persistence, and that we continue to work hard, believe in ourselves, and support one another along the way. And lastly, congratulations to class of 2026. We should be proud of all that we have accomplished. Now with my honor, please join me to welcome our valedictorian, Terrell Pettit.
Good evening, parents, teachers, family members, friends, and fellow graduates. Today is a day we've all been looking forward to. It marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Standing here as valedictorian is an incredible honor. I am grateful to everyone who helped me and my classmates reach this moment. First, I would like to thank our parents, guardians, and families. Thank you for your love and support. You celebrated our accomplishments, encouraged us through our struggles, and reminded us to persevere when things became difficult. You would not be sitting here today without me. I would also like to give a special thank you to my mother. Thank you for always believing in me, encouraging me, and supporting me every step of the way. Your love, sacrifices, and dedication have helped me become the person I am today. I'm truly grateful for everything you have done for me, and I share this achievement with you. Next, I would like to thank our teachers and staff. Every single one of you have shown patience, encouragement, and dedication to us. You have shaped us into young scholars. From Ms. Coleman encouraging us to use our resources, to Ms. Katie providing curiosity throughout the classroom. You have challenged us to think, learn, and grow, even when we doubted ourselves. As we prepare for high school, we should be reminded that success is not measured only by our grades or achievements. It is also measured by kindness, perseverance, and the way we treat others. The friendships we built, the laughter we shared, and the memories we created will stay with us forever after today. To my fellow graduates, we how far we've come. Continue to follow your dreams, work hard, and never be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. The future is of opportunities, and each of us has the ability to succeed and make a positive impact on the world. Congratulations, class of 2026. This may be the end of one chapter, but it's also the exciting beginning of another. No matter where life directs us, may we always remember where we started. Cherish the people who helped us along the way and never stop believing in ourselves. Thank you, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. The future is yours, and you are
podium. Abdul Robinson. Getting to know Abdul has been one of the most enjoyable challenges of my 7 years at WCS. When I first met Abdul, he thought I was a little too cool for school, and definitely hesitant to be talking to this random teacher with all this energy, asking him all these get-to-know-you questions, to which he answered with, But as our advisory continued to grow and open up, so did Abdul. Underneath the nonchalant exterior is a kind, sweet, goofy young man. Now don't get me wrong, he still answers with 1, maybe 2 words, and still the shoulder shrug. But with a couple of follow-ups, he lifts his guard down and shows us who he really is. Over the past 2 years, you've looked out for me, you've stepped up and had really difficult conversations with your peers and teachers, and you learned how to keep a level head in heated moments. My wish for you, Abdul, is to let the rest of the world see all the different sides of you. You can be the strong and determined tough football player for Roman Catholic. You can be the goofy kid that plays tag with his advisor in the morning. But most importantly, you can be the gentle and sweet young man I have seen you become, and the one you see as well, reflected in your 7th grade self-portrait that hangs behind my desk. I'm so very grateful that you allowed me into your world these past 2 years, and I'm confident you are going to continue to grow into a wonderful young man. Congratulations.
Mr. Amar Hall. It's a lot of y'all in here. Thanks for coming. So about 8 months ago, Marion comes up to me in the hallway and he says, "Yo, you gonna write my speech?" And I look at him and I'm like, "What? It's October." And I started writing a speech that day. Actually. So here we go. I'd like to recognize my guy here. He is a student who has kept us all on our toes. And if you know Marion, you know that's who he is. All right. He is a bit of a mischievous character. He loves getting under people's skin. But it's hard to not appreciate the energy and the personality he brings everywhere he goes, right? He's got a wonderful smile, a dominant personality, and he's just really fun to be around in general. And beneath that playful edge is someone who is truly a great friend. I've seen him be a great friend to his friends on several separate occasions. He's also one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen, ever. Between soccer, basketball, throwing catches to his friends outside, I've just seen Amarion always show up and be the best he can be. As he heads into high school, the one thing I hope is that you stay focused, keep your head on straight, and you match your talent to your effort, right? Although you're really good, we gotta try all the time, not just when we want, right? So congratulations. You have every tool you need, and you're gonna be successful. You can always come back and holler.
Okay, everybody knows Angelina as Smiley. She is one of the ones that is in everyone's classroom. You turn around and she's just there. You try to say something and she just pops up. She's always there. So, Angelina, for some of you who don't know, we call her Angelina Ballerina and Smiley. I don't know where to start when it comes to you. When you asked me to speak for you, I was so shocked and taken aback. I was like, what? You want me to speak for you? You said, yes, Miss Shay. I said, okay, no problem. It started 9 years ago when this group of kids came in as kindergartners. You didn't know what to do but to smile. Your smile lights up a room. It's so contagious because you are never sad. All you wanted to do was do your work and follow me around at times, especially in the lunchroom. I always tried to make sure I kept you smiling and laughing. I think I have done just that. I remember the days, sorry Dean Christie, I remember the days when I would roll you around in the trash can, down the hallway, to me asking you how to do an old school dance, to asking you how to finish the lyrics of some old school commercials. I want you to know that you have always been a smart, beautiful girl. Now and still the same. From asking me to help you with your homework every day, you, Terrell Pettis, Imani, Abdul, and Ashton, challenging me to math problems. That will always be one of my favorite moments because you know how I love math. I want you to continue to do your best and nothing less. God has truly blessed you. Some of you may not know this about her, but she is also a praise dancer at her church. Thanks for always giving me the tea, even when I didn't want to know the tea. Thanks for just allowing me to be a part of your growth and in life. Thanks for making me laugh and catching me off guard for most of our laughs. One of them was yesterday. I'm going to miss you saying, Miss Shay and Shay Butters, you better listen to Miss Shay because she don't play. You pushing up my glasses on my face and just being you. Oh, and you calling my mom when I forgot to bring you spaghetti. Always remember you are one in a million and I love you. Good luck with everything that you do and accomplish. You have made it. Congratulations, Angelina. Love and Shay.
Antonio Wilson. From the moment people meet you, they feel at ease. Whether it's your sense of humor, your laid-back personality, or your ability to make everyone around you laugh. You have a gift of bringing people together. I've always joked that you are a 40-year-old trapped in a teenager's body. You have a wisdom and maturity about you that makes people enjoy being around you. One of my favorite memories of you this year was your podcast project. You took a serious social justice issue and somehow managed to make it thoughtful, insightful, and entertaining, all at the same time. That project perfectly captured who you are. You have a gift for connecting with people, making them think, and helping them see things from a different perspective. You can take important ideas and make them accessible without losing their meaning. As you head to high school, my biggest hope for you is simple. Stay out of trouble. And continue surrounding yourself with people who bring out the best in you. Your kindness, humor, and ability to connect with others are strengths that will take you far. The world needs more people who make others feel seen, validated, and welcome. So thank you for the laughs, conversations, and the positive energy you brought to my classroom every day. You have grown into a young man with a good heart, and I'm incredibly proud of the person you are becoming. Never lose that old soul, that sense of humor, or the kindness that makes you who you are. Congratulations, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Ashton Mordecai. Ashton, over the last 2 years, I have had the privilege of watching you grow into yourself in ways that are quiet but incredibly meaningful. One of the biggest changes I've seen is your confidence. Not the loud kind, but the steady confidence that comes from understanding who you are and what matters to you. I've seen that growth reflected in the friendships you've built and the people you choose to surround yourself with. You've become someone who thinks carefully before making decisions, and while it does not always mean making the easiest choice or even the choice others would want for you, it means you're thoughtful and intentional. That ability to pause, to weigh things out, and decide for yourself is going to take you far in high school and beyond. One thing I especially admire about you is that you never feel the need to perform for attention. The things you care about are often shared quietly, but when people take the time to listen, they get to see a thoughtful, interesting, and genuine side of you. I hope you continue to trust yourself and listen closely to the people who have guided you well along the way. Hold tightly to the friendships where you feel appreciated, understood, and seen for who you are. At the same time, don't be afraid to let go of relationships that no longer fit the person you're becoming. High school will bring new opportunities, new people, new versions of yourself, and I truly believe that you are ready for all of it. Cristo Rey is lucky to have you, and I cannot wait to see what you do with this next chapter.
Autumn Rain Johnson. I am here today to speak about an amazing young lady. Autumn Rain, you are truly a shining light, and I hope that light never dims for anyone. Your smile reflects your kindness and warmth, but beyond that smile, I have also had the privilege of seeing your resilience, strength, and determination. Having the honor of knowing you for the past 3 years has been nothing short of wonderful. Watching you grow into the young woman you are today has been inspiring. I have seen you push yourself, stay determined when things become difficult, and recognize when it was time to focus and when it's okay to laugh and enjoy the moment. That balance shows a level of self-control and maturity that is truly admirable. Over time, I have watched those qualities continue to grow stronger, and I know they will continue to take you far in life. As you move on to this next chapter of high school, always remember to stay true to yourself. Never allow others to change who you are or pull you away from the person that you are meant to be. You are a leader, whether you realize it or not, and people are naturally drawn to your positive spirit and energy. Continue to walk confidently, believe in yourself, never doubt your ability to succeed. There is no limit to what you can accomplish when you put your mind to it. I will truly miss hearing you walk down the hall yelling, "Hey, Miss Todd, I'm here today." Those little moments have brought so much joy and laughter over the years. I know you will always have a special place here. Never forget your WCS family. We are all so proud and excited to see the amazing things your future holds.
Aya Robinson. Aya, you are simply an absolute joy. I have really enjoyed seeing your personality develop throughout your middle school years. And I remember you in 6th grade, joining rock climbing club, a little timid, going off on the side to climb your own routes away from the 8th graders, and then running over excitedly whenever you completed a more challenging route. You, this year, have a new level of confidence that prior to the school year, I only saw you exude on this very stage. She was Charlie Bucket in Chocolate or Walk the Factory this summer. Now, without hesitation, you more comfortably express all the things we're feeling and thinking. And I'm very impressed with how you started to stand up for yourself in and out of the classroom, addressing challenges head on and bouncing back when a grade didn't come back as expected. You are incredibly responsible and altruistic for making sure you're keeping your mask on and not getting sick in the winter to make sure Pop-Pop's healthy, to staying on top of every class assignment and homework, to always having a snack to share with the advisory. You are always looking out for others. And the beautiful thing about it is how effortless taking care of others is for you. But as you head into high school, make sure you're also taking care of yourself too. The people you call friends are very lucky to have you in your life, and I am so very lucky to have been your advisor. Congratulations.
One of the best things about getting to teach students in both 7th and 8th grade is watching them grow up and see them become comfortable with who they are. For some students, that happens quickly. For others, it takes some trial and error. So, enter Azaria. Over the past 2 years, Azaria has come into her own. She has developed a confidence that doesn't depend on what anyone else thinks of her. She is unapologetically herself, and there is something incredibly powerful about that. In middle school, where fitting in can sometimes feel like a full-time job, Azaria has learned that being yourself is far more important, and I think we can all learn a little something from that. The walls that once stood between herself and others have gradually come down, and she has let her classmates, teachers, and friends get to know her. I think we all really got to watch this transformation happen when she stepped onto the basketball court this past season. When Azaria joined the team, something seemed to click. We got to see a different side of her emerge, a leader who encouraged her teammates, who stepped up when things got difficult, and who carried herself with confidence. She learned to trust herself, and in return, her teammates learned they could trust her too. And because of that, we have all been lucky enough to see the thoughtful, funny, and caring side of her that exists underneath too. Azaria has matured tremendously over the years. She has been someone who can be trusted to rise to the occasion when it matters. Whether it's stepping up her game, supporting her peers, or handling challenges, she has shown that she is capable of more than she realizes herself. Azaria, as you head into high school, continue to be uniquely and unapologetically yourself. You have grown immensely, and I hope you can take what you have learned here at WCS and let yourself continue to become a better and better version of you. I am so excited for you in this next chapter, and I will of course always be here to pester if you need somebody to buy you body armor.
I have the honor to stand to present my speech to Brilliant Malcolm. Today I have the honor to recognizing a truly special student, Brilliant. As Brilliant's 7th, 8th grade math teacher, I have had the privilege of watching her grow in a way that are both meaningful and inspiring. Brilliant is the kind of student who may not always be the loudest in the room, but her presence felt in the best way. She is humble, thoughtful, and carries herself with quiet confidence. Brilliant also very smart. Over time, I have seen her grow, academically becoming more confident in her ability and more willing to step forward. Even when it's not easy, that kind of growth takes courage. What makes a Brilliant stand out in her calm and steady nature? She is a listener, she's learned, and she continues to improve. Brilliant, your quiet voice does not make you small. It makes you powerful in a different way. There is strength in who you are. As you continue to grow, I encourage you to trust your voice and believe in your abilities. As you move into high school, keep building on the progress you have made. Keep believing in yourself and continue to grow into the strong, intelligent young lady as you become. I am so proud of you, and you will be missed. Congratulations, Brilliant. Keep shining in your way.
Brandon Fusaro. He's very excited to be here. One of the best and hardest parts of middle school is figuring out who you are and who you want to be. Some people go their whole lives without truly finding their voice. Over the past few years, I've seen you try new things, step out of your comfort zone, and be vulnerable so that others can see who you truly are. Brandon, I'm so proud of the way you have come out of your shell these past few years. When we first met, your shoulders were slightly slumped. You played the wallflower role and let others carry the direction of our advisory conversations and activities. But throughout our time together, I have seen you flourish into a more confident version of yourself. You're not afraid to speak up for yourself and your peers. Particularly during our Wednesday advisory sessions, you showed up with an open heart and an open mind, ready to lend a listening ear, supporting your peers and me in our social emotional growth. When it's time to start your freshman year at Hill Freeman World Academy, I want you to walk in with your shoulders back, head high, and with all of the confidence you developed these past few years, ready to carve your own path. I really am so proud of the growth that you've made and wish you the best of luck next year. Back to back. Brian Benton.
That's my man.
So in front of 300 people and with lots of cameras, do you, Brian Benton, promise to buy Aya Robinson the snacks you have ordered for... Okay, we all, witnesses. You got your snacks? Okay, here we go. We have been fighting over these snacks for like weeks. Back to Brian's speech. Genuine, funny, caring, and easygoing all come to mind when I think of you. But the first thing I picture is your smile. Your smile is contagious. I could be in a terrible mood, but when you come up to my desk with your calming presence and your kind heart, the mood instantaneously shifts. You have the incredible ability to make anyone you talk to feel comfortable and at ease. During advisory, you genuinely listen and respond to what others share, making your peers feel seen and heard. That's not something you always feel like as middle schoolers, as adults. Like, that's a true gift. Personally, since Mara was born, you consistently check in, asking how she's doing, what's new with her. And so I'm very confident that the first day of high school, for you, is going to be no problem. It can be a very nerve-wracking experience, even for an individual who's cool, calm, and collected like you. But I truly have no doubts. You're going to walk through those doors of Lake Now and immediately make friends with your easygoing personality and impress your teachers with your willingness to take risks in the classroom. I will miss you very much, but I'm so excited to see what lies ahead for you. Congratulations.
Bryce Williams. Would we have thought 2 years ago I'd be writing this reflection? You have come so far and have become much more willing to show different sides of yourself. Everyone sees the talented football player, but this year, I also saw you become a better friend, a better student, and a better classmate. There's another more subtle way that you grew this year, and it definitely happened in advisory. For months, it was almost impossible to get you to share. To open up, to really let us see anything who you were. Slowly though, so slowly, that did begin to change. While our group was always okay, it felt like something was missing because you weren't fully participating or allowing yourself to be a part of it. And then one day, little by little, you let down a wall, and our advisory became the group that it is now. What stands out most to me is that you have so much more to offer than the obvious. The athlete is easy to see, but what people may miss is your sense of humor, your loyalty to your friends, your willingness to support others, and the person you're becoming. The more you allow people to see those parts of you, the stronger your relationships and opportunities will become. I'm proud of the growth you've shown over the past 2 years, and I'm excited to see what comes next. Keep challenging yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. Let people see who you really are. There's a lot there worth knowing.
Today we celebrate Cameron, 8th grade graduate. Natural leader, someone who has been putting in the work since day one. Cameron, from our very first interaction, it was clear that you cared deeply about your work, your friends, and your family. At times that showed up as big emotions, but what I saw behind that was something powerful: passion, dedication, and heart. Over time, you've grown into someone who not only works hard, but leads with confidence. You don't just follow the crowd, you make your own path. That's not always easy, but it's something to be proud of. You've shown what it means to be a leader, and now you're learning an even greater skill: how to share that responsibility, to trust others, and to realize you don't have to carry everything on your own. Remember, Cam, you have people around you who support you: family, friends, teachers. We're all in your corner. Let people help you along the way. I'm gonna miss how you help keep our classroom running smoothly, and your strong work ethic that never went unnoticed. Hold on to that, it's gonna take you far. Keep leading, growing, and keep being exactly who you are. Congratulations, Cam.
Chelsea. It's hard to put into words the growth you've experienced and worked so hard to achieve over the last 2 years. It seems like you have learned so much about yourself during that time. I don't know that even you realized how much more you were capable of handling or how much more you had to offer, whether it was working with a group, taking on a challenge independently, improving a skill that didn't come naturally at first. You stopped making excuses and you jumped into the work. What stands out most is the confidence you developed. Not necessarily the kind that's like loud, but the kind that comes from knowing you, trusting you to figure things out. You became more willing to take risks, more willing to contribute your ideas, more willing to push through difficult moments rather than back away from them. Growth is rarely a straight line, and there were certainly challenges along the way. But you impressed me with your willingness to keep moving forward. You learned that to be successful doesn't mean everything just comes easily. It means continuing to put in the effort, even when it doesn't. As you head to high school, I hope you remember just how much you've grown, how much strength you have shown. The person you are becoming is thoughtful, capable, resilient, and ready for whatever comes next. I'm incredibly proud of the work you've done and excited to see what you accomplish in the years ahead.
Dakota Starling. Just when you think you know someone, you still have so much more to learn about them. When I first met Dakota, I thought she was this quiet kid, but little did I know, that was far from the truth. Dakota blew me away with her quiet ambition, quick wit, and hidden talents. Many determined you were meek, but little did they know, meekness is not weakness or timidity. It is defined as strength under control. One of my fondest memories was when we did the bucket pour exercise. Dakota would either roll her eyes or be told to be into it for her friends. Let's do one last pour for you. Dakota, I see nothing but greatness in you. You are limitless beyond means, so always let your wings spread, even when you feel like one of them might be a little broken. Take the time to just mend it, reflect, and keep growing. Remember, you are worth more than you know. Lastly, high school is what you make it. Some days may feel challenging, while others may come easy. Enjoy the journey either way. High school does not define you, it helps build character, and to quote Lyle's you, your character becomes your destiny. Wissahickon could not define you, it simply provided branches for you to stand on, like middle school treasurer and now successful entrepreneur. So with that being said, 1, keep branching out into the world. 2, give yourself grace to grow and accept change. 3, surround yourself with people who want the best for you. Your community, teachers, family, and friends can speak encouraging words into you, but only so much. So I need you to make time to affirm yourself. There's power in the tongue. To quote Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates us. Allow no one to dim your beautiful traits because you are worth all of these things you know you are and desire. Congratulations, Madam Treasurer. I'm looking forward to see what this journey brings you.
David, it's been such a privilege to watch your journey over the past 3 years. You've always been incredibly bright and taken so much pride in your work. But this year, something really special happened. You stepped outside of your comfort zone. You opened up, connected more with your peers, and started advocating for yourself in ways that truly show your strength. And we can't forget your willingness to take risks, even when you're unsure. I still remember how on cooking days you used to have very quick no at first, but then sure enough, you give it a try. That right there says much more about who you are. Someone who is learning to push past hesitation and discover new things. David, your kindness, your quiet confidence, and your growth have been incredible to witness. I hope as you move forward, you continue to find your people, the ones who appreciate you for exactly who you are. I hope you keep shining as boldly as the colors you've dyed your hair, whether it's or whatever comes next. Keep being open to new experiences. Try something you want to try at least once. You never know what you might discover about the world or about yourself. So proud of you, David. Congratulations.
Weighing in at 250, 6'4", no, I'm just kidding. But someday, Let's get David Farrell up here. Money man. David is another friend who came to me and said, "You're writing my speech, right?" And I started his at the same time too. If you know David, you know David is naturally quiet until, he usually surrounds himself with others who have like strong emotions, and David is one of those people who can kind of just like be their rock, right? I've seen David like support friends in so many different ways, and that is hard to come by, when emotions are so scarce amongst young men, right? What matters most about David to me is that whenever he faces challenges, he has the accountability and the ownership to say, I got it, I can do what I need to do. He's also a talented football player. I don't know if y'all knew that. He shows a real ability and challenge. He can face these challenges on the field. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional about my friend here. We went on a camping trip to the Delaware Water Gap, and I saw David become like a completely different person. He stepped out of like the football mentality, the cool guy persona, and we were in the forest, and David said, I'm making sure that we're all okay. Not only did he make sure we cooked, he made sure the food was safe, he treated water with us, he had the map on the hike, he took pictures, he supported his friends. There were some other things that happened too. But David did an amazing job on the trip. If you know, you know. And I'm not sure he knew that he could be so responsible and accountable before this trip. He really stepped up. At his core, David is a great guy with real strengths and a ton of potential. And as he moves forward, the key is learning to stay focused. Right? Okay? Keep his head up, right? And channel the right energy in his direction. As you continue to grow, Constitution High School is blessed to have somebody like you, bro, just as a student and as an athlete, and I'm honored.
Destiny Gamble. Wow, Destiny. There are truly so many wonderful things I can say about you. From our time in advisory, always excited to share your weekend things, to just your genuine laugh. Your joy, your radiant spirit has always been able to light up a room. From the very beginning, it's been such a pleasure and joy to have you and be there for you throughout your journey. To meet someone as selfless, caring, and genuine as you is truly something special. You have a beautiful heart, and the kindness that you show to others does not go unnoticed. Over time, I have watched you continue to grow into a strong and confident, capable young woman, even during difficult moments. You have shown resilience, perseverance, and that's something to truly be proud of. Always remember to not let others influence your emotions or take away your peace. Continue to stand tall in who you are because you are powerful, you are intelligent, and you're capable of doing hard things. Never underestimate the strength that you carry within yourself. As you move on to high school, I know you are going to do amazing things. High school better get ready for you because I am more than sure you are ready for that. Continue to shine bright, continue to believe in yourself, walk confidently towards your future. Congrats, Destiny. We're all so proud and cannot wait to see what you accomplish.
Egypt Woodley. Egypt and I have lunch together. I did not arrange this. I don't even remember how it started. I just know that somewhere along her middle school journey, Egypt began setting up time for us to have lunch, and it quickly became one of the best moments of my week. Our lunches have been fun. We joke, we laugh, she pulls out her first-rate sarcasm. But this year, there's been a change. Egypt has matured. She's grown to be a responsible, communicative, reflective young person. She sets goals and takes the steps to reach them. She asks questions, lots and lots of questions, to understand the world around her. She reflects on her learning and applies it to new contexts. Egypt joined our school in 5th grade. She walked into a cohort that had already been together for many years, and she still managed to make strong friendships, build positive relationships with her teachers, and make a space for herself in our school. She has shown bravery by trying new experiences, even when they make her uncomfortable. Egypt, as you move on to high school, keep making a space for yourself. You are amazing. You are strong, resilient, compassionate, and really very funny. Share these parts of yourself as you continue making new friends and keep trying new experiences. Keep your eye on your dreams, but don't be afraid to change your goals as you learn and grow. Keep loving and protecting your younger brothers. Continue advocating for yourself while also listening to the advice of the adults who care for you. And don't stop asking questions, lots and lots of questions. I'm so proud of you, Egypt. Congratulations.
Imani Frank. To know you is to know that you never question who you are. Long before anyone else says it, you've already declared yourself the GOAT. While some people spend years trying to find confidence, you seem to have an endless supply of it. Throughout middle school, you have built an impressive list of accomplishments. You served as class president, was voted prom princess, excelled on the basketball court, and shared your artistic talents with those around you. On paper, your achievements speak for themselves. But what I admire most is that you have never been afraid to be exactly who you are. You walk into every room with confidence, determination, and a belief in yourself that many people wish they had. As you move on to high school, I want to challenge you. I want you to remember that true greatness is about more than talent and confidence. The most successful people learn how to balance confidence with humility, leadership with listening, and ambition with hard work. You already have the talent, intelligence, and personality to accomplish incredible things. The question is not whether you can succeed. The question is how far you can go when you pair those gifts with discipline and self-reflection. And now that you are leaving Forsaken Charter School, I will call you the GOAT. Let's go.
Okay, let's get my boy Hakeem Bright. This one's gonna be tough. Okay, so today I want to recognize a young man who may be quiet in his presence but speaks volumes through his actions and his creativity. If you've ever seen one of Hakeem's drawings, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He sure can. He is naturally shy and he's often in his own world, but he is surrounded by a strong group of friends back there who value him for exactly who he is, right? While he is comfortable in that space, I encourage him to sometimes step forward, and this year I got to see him do just that. He gained a sense of strength and confidence in his own voice that I was honestly genuinely surprised to see. It honestly came out of nowhere. What sets him apart, though, is his artistic skill. I've seen him create some of the wildest things on a whiteboard in about 15 minutes that, you know, some of them I've actually taken pictures of and immortalized because this guy needs a portfolio. He's incredible. As he continues forward, I hope he never stops creating, hope he never stops drawing, and continues to grow into the confidence that already exists within him. Hakeem, I'm so excited to see where life takes you. Okay, next one. Another tough one. My friend, Mr. Rice. I don't think I've ever used his first name. Mr. Rice has been like 45 years old since I met him. If you know him, you know he's one of the most responsible human beings I've ever met, not just a student, just in general. He's an exceptional student athlete, and one of the things I can say he stands out for the most in is his consistency, right? You can always count on him to show up focused, prepared, and ready to give his best. Mr. Rice carries a strong sense of responsibility as a big brother and, you know, as a leader. And he leads by example, supporting his teammates and his classmates both on the soccer field and in the classroom. He's also extraordinarily mature. I've seen him approach situations with a sense of like determination and resolve that, you know, I know a lot of adults just haven't really accomplished. So for you to have that in 8th grade is beautiful. He doesn't just succeed, right? He raises the standard of everybody else around him, and that's one of the things that I love so much about Mr. Rice. So congratulations, you're gonna do well. Wait.
Jalen Franks. So this speech was a very hard one for me to start because there's so much I could say. But the challenge is fitting it onto one piece of paper. Jalen, you have so many qualities that I admire. You're loyal. You stand up for what you believe in. You set clear boundaries for yourself, and more importantly, you actually hold those boundaries. You're self-assured in a really beautiful way that I don't often see in middle school students. You speak your mind, and you do it all with grace. I'm honestly just very impressed with you. This year, my favorite day of the week was Tuesdays. Being out on Mondays, I miss like the weekends, catch-ups, and then whatever craziness happened on that Monday. But on Tuesday mornings, I could count on you walking into our room saying, "Miss F," and then diving into all the tea, so I wasn't left out. I just love our time together. Last year, you wrote me this little note, and you said, there's a lot of ways you could handle situations that happen, and you always do it in the best way possible. And that meant a lot coming from you. Because I know how you hold yourself and those around you to such a high standard, and you call it how it is. And so I promise to keep trying my best and help you navigate whatever situations arise as you enter high school. Congratulations, Jalen.
Jeremiah Williams.
That's my friend.
That's my friend too. If I had to describe you in one word, it would be kind. Now that doesn't mean you don't test my patience from time to time. In fact, you will debate just about anything, even when you're completely wrong. You have a way of turning the simplest conversations into a discussion, and somehow you always manage to keep a straight face while doing it. But even when you're driving me crazy, I've always enjoyed being around you because your kindness shines through everything you do. This year, during one of the most difficult times of my life, You reminded me why I came back into the classroom. After my husband passed away, I wasn't sure how I was going to return to school or whether I was ready to come back. Then you wrote me a note. In that note, you told me that while you couldn't replace my husband, you and I, our advisory, were my family now. Those words meant more to me than you would probably ever know. It brought me comfort during a time.
Right.
Come on, Tommy, you got this.
Right, go ahead. That's
Oh,
right.
They brought me comfort during a time I desperately needed it. And they reminded me that even in middle school, kindness can have tremendous impact. Give me some tissue. As you move into high school, I hope you never lose that part of yourself. The world will always need intelligent people, talented people, and successful people. But it will especially need kind people like you. Your ability to care for others, to notice when someone is hurting, and to offer support without being asked is a rare gift. Thank you for every debate, every conversation, every laugh, and most importantly, for your kindness. You helped me so much this year, and I will never forget that. No matter where life takes you, I hope you remember I will always be cheering you on, just as you cheered me on when I needed it the most. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you.
Good job, man.
Great. Genesis night. All right. I just read the yearbooks, and I really appreciate your quote, the Coco Chanel, I am fashion. Because my first sentence is, this student has my vote for the best dressed superlative. So I appreciate when students make me challenge the assumptions that I have of them. My favorite story about Genesis was when we went to the 6th grade trip to the Poconos. She had seemingly brought 6 outfits for a 3-day trip. And I worried that she would complain about getting dirty and having to be outside. But on the 2nd day of the trip, she and her canoe mate capsized into the lake. And they were helped out by our guides and came out sopping wet from head to toe. But Genesis seemed completely unfazed and even a little joyful. Those extra clothes sure came in handy. The next day on our stream ecology walk, Genesis led the way, climbing into the water, turning over rocks, picking up salamanders. Her curiosity and excitement helped others to get over their apprehension and made the whole experience more enjoyable. Genesis, your exuberance and your smile are so contagious. I encourage you to stay curious and unapologetically yourself and to keep challenging people's assumptions of you and keep proving people wrong. Congrats, you are a unique ray of sunshine, so keep shining on.
Jordan, Laura.
So sorry, thank you. I am so sorry.
Jordan, today I have the pleasure of recognizing a student whose growth this year has truly stood out. Jordan has a her 7th, 8th grade math teacher. I have had the opportunity to watch Jordan grow, not just academically, but personally as well. And I want to be clear, this kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. It takes effort, commitment, and willingness to change. Jordan has put in that work. Over time, I have seen her improve significantly in math. She has become more focused, more determined, and more confident in her abilities. But what I'm most proud of is the maturity she has shown. She has grown into a more respectful, responsible, and thoughtful young lady. That kind of progress matters because success isn't just about where you start. It is about how far you're willing to go. Jordan, you have shown that you are capable of growth and that you can rise to expectations when you commit to yourself, when you commit yourself. That is a powerful lesson to carry with you into high school and beyond. Keep pushing yourself, keep growing, and continue to be the young lady you have worked hard to become. I am so proud of you and everything you have accomplished. Congratulations, Jordan. Keep on going.
Why Jeremiah made me cry. This next one makes me laugh. Come on, Kalia. There is one thing I know about you, is that sitting still was never your strength. From the very beginning, you kept me on my toes. There were days when I had to be tough on you, redirect you, and remind you of expectations more than I can count. Yet somehow, the tougher I was, the more you seemed to need me as your person. So what many people may not realize is that underneath all that energy is someone who is incredibly loving, loyal, genuine. You have a way of making people laugh when they need it the most. Your quick wit, sense of humor, you find joy in everything, any situation, are gifts that can't be taught. There were moments when your choices got in the way of showing there were moments when your choices got in the way of showing everyone the amazing person you are. But I have also seen your kindness, your heart, and the way you care deeply about who matters to you. Those qualifications are where I hope you continue to hold on to going forward. As you begin high school, my hope is that you learn to channel your energy, confidence, and personality into reaching your goals. The same determination that sometimes got you into trouble can also become determination that helps you succeed. You have a spark that makes people remember you. And I believe that when you learn to harness that spark, there's no limit that you can't accomplish. I thank you for the laughs, the unforgettable moments, and for reminding me that sometimes the students who test us the most, like you tested, are also the ones who leave the biggest impact. Congratulations, Leah, and never lose the loving, funny, and loyal person that you are.
Hi, Asia. So when Kaisha first joined us at WCS, it was fair to say she was not eager to let us all in. She arrived with her guard up, keeping her distance and carefully observing the people around her. Getting her to even nod her head in advisory was like pulling teeth. But somehow, maybe it was like stubborn personality to stubborn personality, Kaisha began to warm up. Well, maybe warm up was a stretch. But finally she began to talk with her peers, and I got to see a glimpse of the thoughtful and introspective person that she is. As Kaisha grew more comfortable in our school community, we We got to see her sharp sense of humor, her confidence in herself and in her academics, and of course, her strong opinions. Oh, and did I mention her stubbornness? She has a way of saying exactly what she's thinking, and whether you agree with her or not, you always know where you stand. And there's something refreshing about that kind of honesty, Kaisha. What I've admired most about Kaisha is that she has learned to let people see the person behind the tough exterior. She has allowed herself to build relationships, take risks, and become part of our school family while never losing the qualities that make her uniquely Kaisha. Watching you navigate this journey over the past 2 years, I've seen you grow from someone who stands on the outside looking in to someone whose presence has become an important and notable part of our community. Kaisha, I hope you see this growth in yourself too. As you navigate the halls of a new high school next year, remember how it has felt to allow yourself to have this community. Remember that it's okay to let your walls down, it's okay to feel challenged or out of your comfort zone, and of course, it's okay to be a little stubborn every now and then. I am so proud of the person that you are becoming, and I know that you have nothing but great things ahead of you. We are here to cheer you on. Don't forget that we will always be here when you need us. Congratulations.
Lanaya Peterson. Lanaya, as you prepare to graduate from 8th grade and begin this exciting new chapter, I wanted to take a moment to tell you just how proud I am of you. One of the things I have always admired about you is how willing you are to help others. Whether it was in math class or during independent work time, you consistently showed up for your peers. When a classmate was confused, you had a special gift for explaining concepts in a different way that helped them understand. Not everyone has that ability. Your patience, kindness, and willingness to support others made our school community stronger. As you move on to high school, I want to encourage you to continue coming out of your shell and letting your light shine even brighter. While you may be one of the quieter students in the room, those of us who have had the privilege of really getting to know you know how funny, thoughtful, and enjoyable you are to be around. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Your presence matters. Don't be afraid to share them with the world. I also hope you continue to nurture your love of learning. You have always been advanced in both reading and math, and your academic abilities are something to be proud of. But remember, being advanced doesn't mean you've reached the finish line. The best learners understand that learning never stops. Continue to challenge yourself, ask questions, seek out opportunities that stretch your thinking, and most importantly, always find yourself a good book. Books have a way of opening doors, expanding perspectives, and reminding us of who we are and who we can become. As you enter high school, be bold, be brave, try new things, join the club, audition for that play, take the hard class, meet new people, step outside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you are willing to take risks. Most of all, let that light shine. The world needs your intelligence, your kindness, your humor, and your heart. Never shrink yourself to fit into someone else's expectations. Be authentically you. We will miss you.
Today, I have the honor of recognizing Lauren. As Lauren, my teacher, I have had the pleasure of watching her grow tremendously over time. Lauren is the kind of student teacher I appreciate having in their classroom because she is incredibly consistent, respectful, and dependable. You always know that you are going to get from Lauren. Hard work, a a positive attitude, and a willingness to do what is expected of her. She carried herself with maturity and shown respect to both her peers and teachers. What has been most rewarding to witness is her growth. Lauren has developed both academically and personally, becoming an even a stronger and more confident young lady. Lauren, your consistency is one of the greatest strengths. In life, talent is important, but discipline, respect, and consistency are what truly open doors and create a long-term success. You already possess those qualities. As you move into high school, continue to be the bright young lady that you are. Keep believing in yourself, keep working hard, and continue to grow into an incredible person that you are becoming. I am so proud of you, all you have accomplished. Congratulations, Lauren. Your future is full of promise.
Leandra, when I met you last year, one of the things I noticed early on was how kind and attentive you were to others, how you nurtured and encouraged the people around you. You are someone who consistently puts others before yourself. You show up with kindness, with sincerity, and with a heart that genuinely wants the best for the people around you. That's the foundation of who you are. As you step into high school, there is an opportunity in front of you, the chance to show that same care and commitment to your own goals and your own potential. You are capable of much more than you believe, and you have what it takes to challenge yourself and see just how far you can go. I want to leave you with 3 pieces of advice. First, don't lose your kindness, but learn to balance it. Taking care of others is a gift, but your needs, your dreams, and your growth matter too, and you can't pour from an empty cup. Second, challenge yourself even when it's uncomfortable. Growth happens when you push yourself a little harder today than you did yesterday. Third, stay grounded in your faith and don't let outside pressure weigh you down. Trust that the path is unfolding the way it's meant to, and that your work isn't measured by perfection, but by persistence and heart. So today, as you're celebrating all the hard work you put into move on to high school, I also want to celebrate your character, your strength, and your personal growth that you often don't notice. It's been my pleasure to be your guidance counselor and teacher, and I will miss the notes you leave on my desk. I will miss your goofy sense of humor and our very long talks. But I know that this next chapter is for you to become someone who truly makes you proud. Congratulations.
Melanie Rivers. This time last year, I was not really sure how you were going to show up to 8th grade. But now, a year and a lot of growth later, I am seriously not sure what I'm going to do without you next year. On any given day, long before many of her classmates have even acknowledged my good morning, Melanie has already helped me to get the day started. Whether it's passing out the do-nows, organizing the papers, or somehow anticipating what I need before I even ask, she has become one of those students every teacher hopes to have in their classroom. There have been countless mornings when I've turned around and find that Melanie's already taking care of something that I've already forgotten about. It's such a small thing on the surface, but it speaks volumes to who she is. She notices what needs to be done, and she quietly steps up to do it. Melanie has also become a leader in a way that is sometimes overlooked. She leads by staying true and honest with herself and with others. Mel understands that strength is not about pretending to have all the answers. In fact, one of her greatest strengths is knowing when to ask for help. She recognizes that seeking support is not a weakness, that it's a sign of wisdom and self-awareness. What I am most proud about is how Melanie has grown in her ability to look honestly at situations, recognize where she can improve, and make thoughtful choices moving forward. That kind of accountability is not always easy, but it's one of the qualities that will serve her well throughout life. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. You email me a reminder every morning to collect those emails. But seriously, remember that you don't always have to stir the pot, that you are capable of way more than you give yourself credit for, and that the little things really do go a long way. When you put your mind to do something, there isn't anything you can't do. So go and do it. We will always be here cheering you on. Congratulations.
comic books or animating cartoons that we will be seeing on TV, hands down. Nasir, you are quietly brilliant, and I want everyone to know about it. When Nasir was in my science class, he would doodle on his pages while I spoke, and it's easy for me to think that students who are drawing aren't paying attention, but I would always be floored when I asked a question and Nasir would quietly raise his hand and have the most insightful answer I have ever heard. Not only was he paying attention, but he was working things out in his head, all while drawing one of the most incredible illustrations. Nasir, your attention to detail and creativity in your drawings extends to your thoughtfulness and inventiveness in your approach to other aspects of your life. Nurture these skills. Whatever you do in life will be richer for it. And take care of Shaheem and that's all. You know he will be getting lost on the first and second and probably the third day. So congratulations.
Challenges and shown what it really means to keep going even when things aren't easy. And let's be honest, you've also kept us entertained with your humor, your energy, and your very impressive knowledge of the president.
And you said I can live on the
What stands out most about you isn't just how much you learn, it's how hard you try. Every single day you show up with determination, a positive attitude, and a willingness to do your best. That matters more than anything. I'm gonna miss your energy, your jokes, your never give up mindset as you move on to high school. I want you to remember this. Stay true to who you are, be a leader, not a follower.
Yeah.
The world.
I remember you told me that. I'm a leader, not a follower.
Keep growing into the young man you know you can at our first check-in and thinking, oh God, she got a little mouth on her. But I know I'm going to be just fine. I know it wasn't easy navigating a new school during your 7th grade year, but you pushed through effortlessly. I'm really going to miss you, the random hugs throughout the day, and you always trying to be in my group. You bring so much personality everywhere you go, and no matter what kind of day it was, you always knew how to make people laugh. Seeing you grow into yourself more and more these last 2 years has honestly been so nice to watch. I know I can't come through the high school, but I already know your teachers are going to love you just as much as I do. Don't let anybody make you feel small because you have such a big personality and even bigger heart. I'm going to miss you, and if you ever feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, just know you always have me. Again, congratulations, Nora.
Malone. Not officially, not on paper, but everybody eventually has their work son. That is who Nadir is to me. The student who somehow becomes part student, part family, and part unofficial child at work, all at once. The one who walks into my office without knocking. The one who stays during their recess just to talk or complain. The one who knows where I keep my stash of snacks, and I'm pretty sure he's linked it to his friends, because y'all have asked me. The one who helps carry things, fix things, organize things, even when I haven't asked. And honestly, that connection means more to me than he even knows. Because being a work son is not about being perfect. It's about presence. It's about showing up consistently, making me laugh on hard days. Lord knows we have had our ups and downs during your time here at WCS, but I am so happy to see how hard you have worked to turn your behavior around and get to this graduation day. And I am so proud of you for that. And I know your mom and your dad are too. Sometimes students leave a mark through awards and achievements. Other times, they leave a mark simply because the place feels different when they're not there. That is rare. A student like that becomes part of the culture, part of the memories, part of the daily rhythm people will miss long after graduation. And while we joke about him being our work son, well, my work son, the truth underneath the joke is despite the fact that Nadir doesn't always make the best choices, we love him and will do our best to support him and guide him down the right path. To my work son, thank you for the laughs, the help, the conversations, and the unforgettable moments. Keep bringing that same heart and humor and authenticity wherever you go next, because people will always remember someone who makes the place feel brighter just by being there. Congratulations and best wishes next year in high school. This is not goodbye, this is see you later, because you better come back and visit me, or your mom won't be getting a call from me. Back to back. Can I please have Nylan Carter? Everyone has that one student, the one who doesn't act like a student half the time, he acts like he already works here. Well, the student who walks into your classroom like he's reporting for another shift, the one who gives opinions nobody asked for, checks on everybody else's progress, and somehow manages to speak to adults like a tired coworker surviving a long Monday. You know who exactly I'm talking about, Nylan. He'll remind you about deadlines, he'll ask the copier if it's working, he'll say things like, rough day, with complete sincerity, or greet the teacher in the learning suite with hello, coworkers, every single day. And somehow it becomes impossible not to laugh. But underneath the humor is something special. Students like this bring energy into a room. They connect with people naturally, not because they're trying to impress anyone, but because they genuinely care about being part of the team. Of course, they still do things that students do. They forget assignments, they get distracted, they test the limits every now and then. Here's mom agreeing. They make people feel comfortable, but they make stressful days easier. They remind teachers why this work matters. Like, for example, when you sent us an email during teacher appreciation and then followed up afterward, checking back in to see how we were enjoying our days. It really means a lot. And maybe the funniest part about this is that without anyone officially hiring them, they somehow become part of the staff family anyway. So, to that student, Nylin, the one who acts like our unofficial coworker, I thank you. Thank you for the laughs, thank you for the conversations, thank you for showing that you care, your heart, and never, never lose that ability to connect with people. One day, those same qualities will make you a great leader, a teammate, a mentor, and a friend. Just remember, before you start asking for vacation days or a parking spot in the staff lot, you still have to complete all of your assignments and turn them in with your homework. Congratulations, Nylin. I'm so proud of you.
Samir. Sorry, Mr. Rebecca, this is my roast. Some students come into your classroom and become part of your story. And then students become part of your heart. You are one of those students. You never back down from a challenge, never held back your opinions, and if someone crossed the line, you were usually ready to let them know. That may be what people see. That is not what I see. I see a young man who loves deeply, cares fiercely, and will do almost anything for the people that he loves. I see someone who stands up for his friends, protects those he cares about, and has a strong sense of right and wrong, even if But one of the lessons I hope you carry with you in high school is that true strength is not about being the toughest person in the room. True strength is having the self-control to walk away when necessary. The wisdom to choose your battles. I always tell you to choose your battles. And the confidence to be yourself without feeling like you have something to prove. You have so many qualities that cannot be taught. Loyalty, courage, compassion, and a willingness to stand up for others. As you continue to grow, I hope you learn that those are the qualities that make up a strong young man, not your temper, and not the image you try to project. Watching you grow over these years has been one of the most rewarding parts of my job. I am going to miss our conversations, your sense of humor, your big personality, and most importantly, your hugs. Never forget, there are people who believe in you. You see the good in you, who see the good in you, and who know how much potential you have. I've always said it, and I always will. Congratulations, and know that I am incredibly proud of the person you are becoming. That's it.
Samantha Smith. In a world that often encourages people to be louder, faster, and more outspoken, Samantha possesses something much more rare: quiet confidence. She knows who she is, what she values, and how she wants to treat others. She doesn't need to be the center of attention because she's secure enough to let her actions speak for Samantha's greatest strengths is her loyalty. She is the kind of friend who shows up, who listens, and who genuinely cares about the people around her. Her compassion is evident in the way she treats others, with patience, kindness, and understanding. She notices when someone is struggling, and she has a way of making people feel seen and supported. What I admire most about Samantha is her perspective. For someone her age, she has an incredible ability to see situations clearly and keep things in perspective. When emotions are running high, when middle school drama feels like the end of the world, or when her peers are getting carried away over something that really isn't that serious, Samantha has a remarkable talent for bringing everybody back down to earth, me included. She is often the voice of reason in the room, not in a preachy way, but in a way that makes people stop, think, and realize that she just might be right, and she usually is. And then, of course, she comes with a great sense of humor. Samantha will deliver a comment that perfectly captures what everybody is thinking. Her subtle sense of humor has a way of catching people off guard, and those who know her best understand that some of her funniest moments come from the observations she makes when no one sees them coming. Samantha, as you head off to high school next year, remember that true confidence doesn't need to be loud, that showing kindness will always pay off, and that your level-headed perspective is an asset. Embrace the new challenges, opportunities, and friendships with your unwavering sense of self and your sense of humor, and let yourself be great. I am so proud of the young woman you are becoming, and I can't wait to see what you will accomplish. Congratulations.
Samia Harley. Samia, your loyalty to the people that you care about is one of your greatest strengths. People know they can count on you, but they know you will tell them what needs to be said. How you say it, well, we'll work on those things. But there's no doubt how deeply and sincerely you care. At the same time, you've learned that being a good friend and a strong person does not mean just shouting as loud as you can or taking on everyone and everything. Growth comes from being willing to listen, adapt, and consider new perspectives. I've seen this growth in you, particularly this year. As you move forward, I hope you continue to stay open and flexible. Keep looking for new experiences, new opportunities, new challenges. Every experience adds to what you know about yourself and the world around you. Helps you make even better decisions in the future. The more willing you are to learn, the more opportunities you will create. You've built a strong foundation over these last 2 years. Continue to trust yourself, continue to care deeply about others, continue to approach life with the thoughtfulness and strength that have become such important parts of who you are. I'm proud of the growth I've seen and excited to see where your journey takes you.
I am beyond thrilled to speak for such a tranquil, graceful fashionista. But Sanila, you are more than this. You are determined, strong, and focused. I met this side of Sanila in a place many people wouldn't place her just by looking at her. Cross country. Yes, cross country. As soon as someone says these two words, a majority of people automatically have many negative connotations running through their minds and automatically back out. But Sanila, you stepped up. As a distance runner, you've come to understand the importance of discipline and hard work and learned the value of pushing yourself beyond your limits. We set a goal last season and you worked hard and you achieved it. Sanila placed in the top 10% of our championship meet her first time running. Keep this same focus and determination in the classroom and you will go far. I'm very excited to see what the future has in store for you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Remember, you are more than just a pretty girl. Continue to set goals, ignore the distractions, and surround yourself with people who will build you up and challenge you to be your best.
Congratulations.
Today, I have the honor of speaking about a truly special student, Awbury, as math teacher. I have seen firsthand how smart and capable she is. She approaches her challenges with confidence and always give her best effort. But what makes us Awbury stand out goes far and beyond academic. She is a leader, the kind of leader people naturally trust. The kind of leader who leads by example, through kindness, consistency, and quiet strength. Awbury, your presence has made a real difference in our classroom. You have earned the respect of both your peers and your teachers. And that says a lot about who you are. As you move into high school, continue to believe in yourself and the impact that you have on others. Keep leading with kindness and never underestimate the power of your voice, even when it's quiet. I am incredibly proud of you and all you have accomplished. Congratulations, Awbury. Your future is bright.
Alright, Shaheem, my bus stop mate. I'm glad we will no longer have to wait for 100 Central kids to unload from the 18 bus because they can't walk the 2 blocks from the transportation center. Y'all go to Central, don't do that. Shaheem, something I've always noticed about you is how great of a friend you are. It warms my heart to see you and your friends ragging on each other and sticking together. I hope you continue to cherish those friendships because they are more important than almost anything else that you've developed in this school. Strong relationships are what sustains us through the good and the difficult times. And going to a new school is going to be difficult. Attending Saul with your buddy Nasir and many others will be an exciting new adventure. You're always so interested in science when you are awake, and always had such insightful questions. Maintain that curiosity because there are a lot of new experiences coming your way. And stay in touch with your lovable group of goofball friends. And congratulations.
Sheila Mitchell. Oh, Sheila, it has been such an honor to witness your journey over these past 2 years. I've watched you move through highs and lows. And through it all, I have seen your confidence begin to blossom. You're in the beautiful process of discovering who you are. It's one of the most courageous and powerful places a person can be. It means you're asking important questions, you're paying attention to your wants and needs, and you're refusing to settle for a version of yourself that doesn't align with who you truly want to become. As you close this chapter and begin a new one, keep your mind and your heart open to possibilities. Make the most of your high school years by exploring new experiences and allowing yourself to try things that may feel unfamiliar, even a little scary. Give yourself permission to grow and change and evolve. Stay kind, stay curious. Never be afraid to take up space. because your voice and your presence matter more than you know. Lastly, through every challenge, setback, moment of doubt, remember that you are far stronger than you think. Growth is not always easy, but it's always worth it. I am so proud of you. I'm so excited to see the incredible person you continue to become and all of the great things you'll do. Congratulations.
This is a special one too. TW, Talia White. A little sidebar before she comes up here. I've been working here for about 3 years, and this class actually happens to be the one that I interviewed and demoed with. And this guy came up to me immediately and was like, "Hey, welcome to our school." So I knew I was going to be writing this. So good to see you both. I want to recognize a young lady who is truly in a meaningful stage of growth and discovery. Over the past year, Talia's academics have come so far, showing improvement, effort, and commitment. Her writing is astounding in library. It's fantastic. She should be so proud of how much she has accomplished. Now, the next step is even more important. She must continue to figure out who she is and step into that identity with confidence and security. That process takes time, and she is absolutely 100% on that right now. She is a great friend and a valued soccer teammate as well, always bringing energy and connection to those around her, even if she does have a habit of picking up bumps and bruises on the way here and there. As she moves forward, I encourage her to keep growing, keep exploring, and trust that she's becoming exactly who she's meant to be. Best of luck to you in all your future endeavors, and you've got so much ahead.
Mr. Valedictorian Terrell Pettis. Terrell, what an honor it is to stand here and speak about you today. You are the kind of student that every teacher hopes to have the opportunity to teach. From the moment I met you, you showed me what it means to not only be a student, but at times a teacher as well. Your ability to grasp new concepts, ask thoughtful questions, and challenge ideas has often pushed me to think outside of the box and become a better educator. While teaching you has had the privilege of serving as your advisor, has given me the greater privilege of watching you grow into the remarkable young man you are today. Many students demonstrate academic strength, but what sets you apart is the way you use that strength to lift others up. You are a natural leader. Anyone can solve a math problem, but it takes a special person to sit beside a classmate and patiently help them through it. That willingness to share your knowledge, encourage others, and help your peers succeed speaks volumes about your character. It shows that you are not only a scholar, but also a friend and a role model. One of my favorite memories will always be coming to my desk and finding a test that you had passed with a note attached, asking me to hang it on my wall. And honestly, how could I say no? Moments like that always made me smile. Your confidence, your humor, your pride, and your accomplishments have been a joy to witness. You are a stellar student, a talented basketball player, and someone who truly embodies what it means to be a Wissahickon student. I am going to miss your energy, your ideas, your competitive spirit, and your unique presence you brought to school every day. As you move on to this next chapter, I hope you continue to work hard, challenge yourself, pursue every opportunity that comes your way, and I have no doubt that you will accomplish great things. Always remember that you have a support system here cheering you on, and even when you can't see us, know that we will always be in your corner clapping for your successes and rooting for your future. Congrats, Terrell. We are so proud, and I cannot wait to see what you achieve.
All right, my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Terrell Gathers. Come on down, brother. This is another friend who in October was like, "Hey, are you going to write my speech?" And I was like, "Yeah, I will see." And I wrote it that same day, right? This is one of my library helpers, I can count on Terrell to come in and say, "Yo, you need help putting books away?" Only to find him in the back of the stacks reading a book on his own, right? Which is good and bad at the same time. Terrell, you truly bring something special to our school community. You lead with kindness, always ready with a smile, wandering into my library. A kind word or a clever little joke when someone needs it most. I know on days when I'm having a rough time and just wondering, how I'm gonna make it through, he'll pop in my library and be like, "What's up?" and just walk away. He has a way of making people feel seen and valued, and Terrell is and always has been an incredible listener. While he may drift off into his own world now and then, or wander into the library, like I said, without permission, if I must say, it's part of what makes him uniquely thoughtful, imaginative, and he brings so much light into every room he walks into. He reminds me how much it matters to be yourself, right? No matter where you are, no matter what you do, Terrell, you are going to achieve greatness no matter where you go. Keep smiling, keep making people laugh.
Tiana. When I first met you, I think you physically wanted to fight me. And I kind of want to fight you too. But I'm going to snitch. All right. Every morning, I can count on hearing my classroom door slam open and see you walk in with something to say, whether it was a story, a compliment, a joke, or another request for me to buy you Gatorade. You always made your presence known. Over the years, our teacher-student relationship has grown into something special. We have had our share of disagreements, difficult conversations, and moments when I pushed you because I knew you were capable of more. But through it all, one thing never changed. You always brought energy and laughter into the classroom. Tiana, you have a way of making people smile, even on days when they need it most. You are funny, confident, and unforgettable. While middle school may not have always reflected your full potential, I have seen enough to know that there is so much more of you than sometimes you choose to show. This is everything. At home too. As you head to high school, my hope is that you begin to see yourself the way people who care about you see you. I hope you recognize your strengths, take your future seriously, and realize that the choices today can open doors for tomorrow. You have the ability to accomplish great things when you decide to put your mind to it. Thank you, Tiana, for the laughs, the door slams, and all the memories you've given me. No matter where life takes you, I hope you continue to grow, believe in yourself, and never forget how much potential you have. Congratulations, Tiana. I'm proud of you. You've come so far, and I can't wait to see where you go next.
Uriel Anderson.
Go your bell.
From the girl who hid behind her mask to the captain of the cheer team.
Period. I know that's right.
There are countless examples of how you Sometimes that growth came reluctantly. Sometimes it came with frustration or discomfort. More and more often this year, though, you've shown a willingness to let change happen and see where it might take you. One of the things I admire most about you is the way you take responsibility seriously. Whether it's your schoolwork, your commitments, or the expectations you place on yourself, you want to do things well and you care about doing your part. At the same time, you know how to enjoy yourself, laugh, bring positive energy to the people around you. Finding that balance is not always easy, but it is something you have continued to develop. As you move into high school, my hope for you is that you continue to explore your interests and challenge yourself, try new things, find more opportunities to pursue the things you love, more ways to connect with people who share those interests. Never settle for staying in the same place simply because it feels comfortable. Keep pushing yourself to grow, keep being willing to step into new situations, even when they're unfamiliar. But also remember, life is not only about the next goal, the next responsibility, or the next achievement. Make time to slow down, enjoy the moment, and appreciate the experiences along the way.
That's my baby, y'all.
Yuri Dean Ashlock. Yuri, tonight we celebrate your achievements, hard work, and the future ahead. But more than grades, awards, or accomplishments, we celebrate something more important, your individuality. Every once in a while, someone comes along who reminds us that being different is not something to hide. It is something to honor. Some kids walk into a room quietly, some walk in loudly, some lead with confidence, others with kindness. Some ask difficult questions. Some people laugh exactly when they need it the most. Some see the world differently, and because of that, they help the rest of us see it differently too. That is what makes Yuri one of a kind. Yuri is unapologetically himself in every situation, whether it's when choosing who to research for his project, or when being MC at an honors assembly, he delivers. Being one of a kind is not always easy. It can mean standing out when you would rather fit in. It can mean staying true to yourself even when the world pressures you to be someone else. But the people who change the world are rarely the ones who copy everyone around them. They're the ones that are brave enough to bring their own voice, their own ideas, and their own heart into every room that they enter. And that, my friends, is exactly what you do. Yuri, you never, ever believe that you have to become less of yourself to succeed. The qualities that make you unique are often the exact qualities that will lead you toward your purpose. Your creativity, your passion, your compassion, your curiosity, your resilience, your ability to dream differently, those things matter. Years from now, people may forget your test scores or your class rankings, but they will remember how you made others feel. They will remember your courage. They will remember your character. So whatever life takes you next, go there fully as yourself. Be bold enough to try, be kind enough to care, be confident enough to stand apart when necessary. Because there has never been another person exactly like you, and there will never be again. And that is your greatest strength. Congratulations.
I'm going to be reading on behalf of Miss Kate, who cannot be here today, Zion Ingram. She says, I want to start with a quick story from the past. I can still remember Zion sitting in his final 5th grade honor roll assembly wearing every medal, 2 for every trimester, that he earned at WCS. To him, they were more precious than solid gold. This could make Zion sound flashy or showy, but he wasn't. He just knew that he had worked hard and should be proud of it. He also let his pride in his academic accomplishments rub off on his friends and peers too. Zion's academic success and pride became a beacon for those around him. Now let's jump to the present. If you look at the workforce today, there are 3 universal qualities that every leader looks for, no matter the field. A person who is kind and collaborative, a person who works hard, and a person who is driven by deep internal motivation. This is the exact blueprint of Zion Awbury. For all his years at WCS, from kindergarten through 8th grade, Zion has been a pillar of kindness. He has a pure heart and is the rare type of student who brings out the best in both his peers and his educators. Academically, Zion shines, not because things are handed to him, but because he chooses to outwork the challenge. He stays focused, no matter the subject. His academic success is a testament to his grit. Zion understands that true achievement isn't about ease, it is about effort. He has met every scholastic challenge with focus and determination. Most importantly, Zion cares. He doesn't do the work for applause, for his resume, or even for his parents. He does it because excellence matters to him on the inside. Zion possesses this rare intrinsic motivation. He strives for excellence simply because he holds himself to a high standard on the inside. Zion, these traits are your superpowers. As you prepare for high school, hold fast to this pure heart, this work ethic, and this inner drive. They will be your anchor and your compass. Remember that the foundation you build here, that you have built here, can take you anywhere. Congratulations, we are so proud of you. Love.
Zoe Sanders. There are some students you meet who leave a lasting impression, and you are absolutely one of them. It has been such a privilege being your guidance counselor and watching your growth over the last 2 years. When I first met you, you talked so confidently about the high school you dreamed of attending, and you made it happen. Never forget that. You set a goal for yourself, you put in the work, and you achieved it. That is the same confidence and determination you should carry with you to this next chapter. I know there have been moments where you've doubted yourself or felt misunderstood, especially by people who may still see you as little Zoe. But I need you to know this: you are not who you used to be. I've seen your growth firsthand. I've watched you challenge yourself even when you felt uncomfortable. You've built stronger relationships and continued showing up despite your fears or self-doubt. And that takes real strength and deep courage. As you enter high school, don't be afraid to speak up and let people get to know the real you. The funny, smart, witty, thoughtful person I've had the joy of knowing. Your people, your tribe will find you. And if anyone ever asks you to change who you are in order to belong, those are simply not your people. Keep trusting yourself, keep putting in the work, everything else will fall into place. I truly believe you are capable of surpassing even your wildest dreams. And I cannot wait to see all the incredible things you accomplish. Congratulations, Zoe.
Last but certainly not least, Missouri Whitehead. Change is simply a part of life. What matters is what we do with that change, how we allow it to shape us. That has everything to do with how we move through the world and the person we become. One thing I have always appreciated about you is that you are often right. You see situations clearly, you think carefully about them, form strong opinions. And for a long time, you were very quick to share those thoughts with anyone who would listen. But over the last 2 years, you've learned something much deeper. You've come to understand that not every situation involves you, and that even the best advice is not always needed unless someone is ready to hear it. That growth has changed the way you interact with the people around you. You've become a better friend, showing people that you care through your actions, not just your words. You've become more patient with others, and just as importantly, more patient with yourself. You've learned that listening can be just as powerful as speaking. You've continued to be a leader, but your leadership looks different now. It's not just about having ideas or taking charge. It's about being willing to hear different perspectives, consider other opinions, and create space for others to be heard. That kind of leadership, that's far more powerful and far more difficult to develop. As you move on to high school, I hope you continue to trust your voice because it is an important one. At the same time, continue to value the growth that has come from listening, observing, and understanding others. You have become wiser, become more patient, more thoughtful. Those qualities will take you far. I'm really proud of the person you've become and excited to see who you continue to grow into. I would like to introduce the King family.
Good afternoon. First, congratulations to all the graduating 8th grade students. Today is a celebration of your hard work, dedication, and achievements. It is also our honor to present the 2nd annual King Scholarship Award. We are proud to continue our partnership with WCS and recognize students have demonstrated determination, leadership, and a commitment to their education. Before announcing this year's recipients, we would like to thank all the students who applied. Each application reflected hard work, goals, and a desire to succeed. We are incredibly proud of every student who took part. We would also like to thank the administration, teachers, and staff for their support since the beginning of this scholarship program. Your encouragement and dedication to students help make opportunities like this possible. And before Mr. King comes up, we would just like to, our runners up, a list of everyone who applied for the King Scholarship. Now, if I don't say your name correctly, please, my apology. We're going to have you stand up. Ashton Mordecai. Terrell Pettis. Amariam Paul. Ryan Benton.
Stand up, champ. Let me start.
Jordan Farrell. This one is a little tough. Silverwood. Angelina Dantas. Braylon McBride. And Laurel Anderson.
This year's scholarship recipients will each receive a laptop computer
Beats headphones, and a gift card to support them as they begin their high school journey. It is my pleasure to announce the recipients of the 2026 King Scholarship Award: Lauren Drummond, Yvonne Frank, and Taylor Kawaki. Please stand while outside.
Thank you and congratulations to our second year annual recipients. Just real quickly, the King Scholarship mission, we are committed to inspiring students to discover their true potential, celebrate their individuality, and develop a deep sense of self-worth and self-compassion, nurturing a supportive environment where they can thrive both academically and personally. Our vision is to inspire and challenge students to reach their highest potential, empowering them to master their goals and navigate life with confidence, resilience, and a passion for continuous growth and achievement. Your decision becomes your destiny. This year's congratulations to our winners. We're proud of your accomplishment and excited to see what the future holds for you. And to all the graduates, continue to work hard, believe in yourselves, and never, never stop pursuing your dream. Congratulations, class.
But these students always have cherished their honors assembly, so when I call your name for your high honors or your honors, your attendance award, please stand. Coming in with high honors, all A's for their final trimester, Lamuit Salamui, Zoe Saunders, Raylan and Guy, all right, for our honors, all A's and B's for their final trimester, Cameron Pissarro, Ryan Ingram, Samantha Smith, David Jones, Ida Robinson, Azaria Falk, Lauren Drummond, Angelina Benson, Jordan Burrell, Anaya Peterson, Egypt Woodley, Terrell Anderson, and Lauren Miller. Let's hear it for our and then the last award is for, these students love coming to school. These three students never missed a single day in trimester 3. Terrell Pettis, Ryan Ingram, and Nyland and Pyasia. You all may be seated. All right, we're going to move on to our Peggy Thrash Award. We are delighted to present the Peggy Chung Thrash Cares Values Award to a student who embodies the essence of Wissahickon Charter's CARES values. CARES stands for collaboration, academic excellence, responsibility, empathy, and self-reflection. This award celebrates the remarkable character and contributions of a student who consistently upholds these core values, creating a positive and inspiring atmosphere within our school community. This award is named after a beloved listening and guidance counselor. Peggy tragically passed in 2013, but has left an important mark on our community and remains an exemplar for our CARES values. In recognition of their exceptional embodiment of the CARES values, we are honored to present Angelina Dantis with the Her dedication to fostering collaboration, pursuing academic excellence, embracing responsibility, practicing empathy, and engaging in self-reflection serves as a beacon of inspiration for all of us and will ensure her success during the next step in her journey. Congratulations, Angelina, on this well-deserved recognition. Your outstanding character and commitment of these values have made a lasting impact on our school community. So you are presented with a $100 gift card. All right. Now, what we've all been waiting for, the closing remarks. My dearest sunshine, behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you, all that you need. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined for yourself. I want you to believe deep in your heart that you're capable of achieving anything you put your mind to, because you will never lose. Because you already know what it is. You are smart. What else? You are beautiful. You will be your best. You will work your hardest. That's right. That's your end goal. It has been an honor serving as your principal. One last thing before I finish up, we would like to show some additional love and appreciation to our admin team, our CEO, Dean Christie. Our lower school who is taking her absence, Miss Rebecca, Dean Jones, Miss Gordon. Our amazing events planning committee, Miss Katie, Miss Coleman, Miss F, Miss Ebony, Miss Tiana, Miss David, Miss Janet, Miss Haley, Miss Ashley, Miss Isaiah. If you all could stand, that would be great. And then I just want to, all the WCS staff in the building, if you could stand as well. Where my first row of rosers at? I moved them on. I told you, my first row of rosers. Can we hear for our WCS staff?